Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Baina Midday News, coming to you live from Atomic Junction, Benab House, Medina. Coming up in the headlines this afternoon, Ghana's unemployment rate a reflection of a high taxing regime, says FABAG. Agritech West African Exhibition 2024 launches to drive innovation and collaboration. NPP parliamentary candidate will be given targets in 2024 elections, says Nana B. Details of the stories comes up shortly. Thank you for staying with us. Don't forget we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Baina TV. The Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Godfrey Adame, has denied allegations that the Member of Parliament for South Dei, Roxanne Nelson Echeke de Fiamekwa, has filed a court order to prevent Parliament from approving new ministers and deputy ministers. Mr. Adame clarified that he has not received any legal documents related to such court proceedings.
On Wednesday, March 20th, Parliament stopped the process of vetting the nominations of ministers and deputy ministers of state by President Akufo-Addo, following an interlocutory injunction filed at the Supreme Court by MP Roxanne Nelson. In his closing remarks to the House, Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin cited the lawsuits as the reason for the suspension of the vetting process, as it made it impossible for Parliament to continue with the nominations. However, Mr. Adame addressed a letter to the Speaker of Parliament on Thursday, March 21st, disputing the Speaker's claim and stating that no injunction had been filed. The letter clarified that the plaintiff has not filed an application for interlocutory injunction, seeking to restrain and Speaker from proceeding with the vetting and approval of the names of the persons submitted by His Excellency the President. Therefore, there was nothing before the Supreme Court that would prevent Parliament from proceeding with the approval of ministerial and deputy ministerial nominees presented to Parliament by President in accordance with Articles 78 Clause 1 and 79 Clause 1 of the Constitution.
The Deputy Minister of Food and Agriculture in charge of crops, Yao Frimpong Addo, has inaugurated the third edition of the Agritech West African Exhibition alongside Food and Beverage Ghana and Food Park Tech Ghana Exhibition. The event, held at Accra International Conference Center from March 19th to 21st, 2024, served as a catalyst for discussion on the transformative power of storage infrastructure in revolutionizing agribusiness.
The inaugural ceremony was attended by the India High Commission to Ghana. Manish Gupta was to emphasize the enduring partnership between India and Ghana, with a focus on technological infusion to enhance agriculture output for export. With India's commitment to providing modern equipment, the aim is for Ghana to achieve self-sufficiency in agriculture within the next 5 years. The expo was organized under the auspices of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture and the Ministry of Trade and Industry of Ghana, with the valuable assistance of the West African Chamber of Agriculture, CropLife, Association of Ghana Industries, Ghana Union of Traders Association, Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, Farmer Organization Network of Ghana, Federation of Association of Ghanaian Exporters, Guzakuza, and many regional farmers cooperative and groups. The Agritech West Africa, with Food and Beverages and Food Park Tech Ghana exhibitions, cover the entire value chain of agriculture industry under one roof, with about 100 companies exhibiting from India, Jordan, Denmark, Turkey, Nigeria, Ghana, UK, Italy, France, Spain, and others, representing multiple product segments like agrochemical, agriculture technology, irrigation, biofeeds, food processing and packaging technologies, food innovation, processed and packed food and beverage items. The expo provides a platform for exhibitors to engage with approximately 5,000 Ghanaians and West African business and professional visitors. Attendees included stakeholders from agribusiness sector, commercial and small farmers, farmer groups, food and beverage industries, importers, distributors, wholesalers, and retail chain. The event facilitated valuable collaboration between companies from different countries, Ghanaian and West African business partners. It served as an avenue for introducing new products and innovations, fostering businesses, partnership, and facilitating knowledge sharing in agriculture and food processing packaging.
And moving on, the Electoral Commission has directed its regional offices to return all outstanding biometric verification devices to head office.
The regional offices include those in Greater Accra, Eastern, Western, Central, Upper East, Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Western North, and Volta. The EC, in a statement cited by the media on Thursday, indicated that it directed regional directors to submit all BVDs used for the 2023 district level elections to the head office. The commission said its attention has been drawn to the shortages in the quantity of BVDs retrieved from the above listed regions. The commission further directed that the affected regions should arrange to return the outstanding BVDs to the procurement, inventory, and management units at the head office.
The chairman for Food and Beverage Association of Ghana, John Awuni, has bemoaned the high levels of taxes levied on businesses. Speaking to the media in Accra on Thursday, March 21st, John Awuni stated that the high level of unemployment figures in the country is an indication of the regressive tax levied on the businesses community.
According to Mr. Awuni, the levels of unemployment in the country speaks volumes about the lack of performance or poor performance in the private sector. The government is the biggest spender in every economy, but the private sector is also the biggest employer, and so when you have this high pool of unemployment, then levels of taxes must be looked at. He said a company that is supposed to employ 100 people is currently employing just 12 people because of the tax issue. The FABAC chairman called for a revision of Ghana's taxing regime and regulation to make it business friendly and to help cut down of the unemployment figures. He further said, in Ghana, taxation should stimulate growth, and in microeconomics, growth is the major objective and the private sector is the engine of growth, and so the taxes should be such that they should be able to stimulate growth in the private sector. But that is not the case because 2 years ago, the manufacturing sector growing at a negative rate.
And moving on to politics, the national organizer for the New Patriotic Party, Henry Nana Boakye, says the party's parliamentary candidates would be allocated target in the upcoming general elections. He said this was aimed at enticing the PCs and ensuring that they do not differ from campaigning for votes after being allocated the necessary resources, with the mindset that the NPP is not popular in their constituency. Mr. Boakye was speaking at an inaugural ceremony in the Volta Regional Campaign Team at the NPP Regional Secretariat in Ho.
The national organizer said the national campaign team will analyze the performance of the NPP in each of the constituencies, the voting pattern, and arrive at achievable targets to break the eight. He asserted that votes from every constituency are important as it would compound to eventually help the presidential candidate Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to win the elections and retain the NPP in power. Mr. Boakye added that parliamentary candidates who achieve their targets would merit appointment in the government of Dr. Bawumia. He entreated the constituency executives and metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives to desist desist from undermining their parliamentary candidates and join forces with them to canvass for votes ahead of the elections. He expressed optimism that the Volta region, under the leadership of the national chairman, Makafui Wanya, would witness an appreciation in votes in the December 7th general elections.
In Volta region, for instance, we are particularly impressed about the performance of the last elections. Yeah. Not only for the first time did we have a seat in Volta region, but even in terms of the votes for the presidential, we moved up. And it was a massive jump. So, it is our expectation that the energy in the region, the cohesion in the region, the unity in the region, the hard work in the region would continue so that we even see a much more appreciation of our votes, and then also again build on what we have done again to even get more seats in the Volta region. This is a region where the NDC are banging their hopes in terms of their votes, so it is important that we also work very hard to get more votes in order to suppress their votes.
And finally, in sports, the Ghana under-20 women's team, the Black Princesses, secured the country's 11th gold medal at the ongoing African Games after an impressive come-from-behind extra-time victory against Nigeria at Cape Coast Stadium on Thursday night. The Ghanaians fell behind early on when goalkeeper Afi Ameyeku fumbled a harmless ball in the penalty box, which allowed Ede Njedika to pounce on the loose ball to fire Nigerian ahead in the 23rd minute.
The Ghanaians fell behind early on when goalkeeper Afi Amayeku fumbled a harmless ball in the penalty box, which allowed Eda Jideka to pounce on the loose ball to fire Nigeria ahead in the 23rd minute. But the Princesses showed great spirit and determination after going behind and was the better side for the rest of the first half, where they created good opportunities but failed to convert any of them. Cheered on by a roaring capacity crowd in Cape Coast, Yusuf Bosigi's girls finally found a breakthrough in the 77th minute when Tracy Chum fired into the roof of the net after finding space on the left flank. Ghana were level. Neither side found a winner in regulation time, and the game headed to extra time. Mukarama Abdullahi scored the winner in the 9th minute of extra time when she controlled a beautiful pass inside the area before firing a low drive into the bottom corner. Delirium ensued and the decibels reached sky high inside the Cape Coast Stadium. And despite late pressure from Super Falconets, the Princesses held on for the win. It is Ghana's second gold medal in women's football events in African Games, having also won gold in the 2015 edition. That time, the team was also coached by the same man, Yusuf Basagi.
And that is it for our midday news today. Log on to our website www.benamultimedia.com for more news. My name is Sharifat Ayuba. Enjoy the rest of our programs.